As John Cena once says, your time is up, my time is now. And could Ollie McBurnie's time at Sheffield United be up? And could it mean a potential move to Rangers is on the cards? Welcome back to the channel. It's a bit of a depression session here on this Saturday morning because I don't want to be talking about Ollie McBurnie. But you know, it's a bit of a slow news day. We're in preparation for the Old Firm build-up, the Old Firm tomorrow. Looking so forward to that game. It's going to be mental. I say that game, so it's a big bag of shite sitting on the side of the street. No, that's not what I meant. But Ollie McBurnie, he's 27. He will be 28 in the summer. So therefore, you know, if we went ahead and got him, that's what age he would be. I'm sorry, this guy's pish. I don't care if he's a lifelong Rangers fan. I don't. See, to me, right, in an ideal world, you would like all the players you sign to be like lifelong Rangers fans because you know they would get the club. But just because you're a lifelong fan doesn't mean you're going to play good football. Hell, you know, everyone that packs in the Ibrox every week, everyone that goes to away games, they all have to play for Rangers. But would you have the football and ability to? No, that's just that's just the way football works. And Ollie McBurnie, yeah, he's better than the average person that goes to Ibrox. Maybe not by as much as some people might think. But before I bury him, let's talk about his career, right? Because he started his youth career off at Leeds United. He then went to Bradford City. And this is his sad state of affairs since then. So at Bradford City, he played 15 games with no goals. That's pretty brilliant, isn't it? He then went to Chester on loan. He's got he got one goal in 4 appearances. He then spent another bit at Chester on loan. He got 4 goals in 10 appearances. He then went to Swansea City, and that is when he got his big break, so to speak. He did have a few loan deals to get through. He had Newport County, Bristol Rovers, Barnsley. 22, so 25 appearances with 12 goals and 25 appearances. I mean, that's not horrendous. But you got to bear in mind, look at the teams he's playing for here. Newport County, Bristol Rovers, Barnsley. Not exactly fantastic, but let's fast forward our minds to July 2019, which is insane because that's 5 years ago, and that would make Ollie McBurnie 23. And that is when he got his big, you know, £20 million move to Sheffield United. And I just don't get it. Now, Swansea initially did reject that bid, but in case people in the back aren't aware of this, they accepted a £17.5 million bid with the option of it rising to 20. So that is absolutely mental. It set a new club record for Sheffield United, a new record for a transfer involving a Scottish player until Kieran Tierney's move to Arsenal beat it just a wee bit later on that week, I believe it was. But it's like, seriously, they actually think that Ollie McBurnie at one stage of the game had actually had this in the bag, the world record Scottish transfer fee ever. And the guy's pish, man. It just shows you the like how. Yeah, he was young, right? I'm not going to pretend that the guy was like 30 when he got this move, but it just shows you the tax that goes down in the English leagues for Ollie McBurnie to be worth that amount of money. I mean, and you see like the likes of Chris Wood as well. It's scary. Then you look at Shankland, and it's like you hear pundits up here, oh, Rangers should just bid a million and see how it goes. Shankland is 10 times the player of Ollie McBurnie and Chris Wood. And I don't want to fucking hear anyone say, but Chris Wood went to Newcastle and he actually did alright and he got them to stay up. Yeah, and you know what? He scored the odd goal for Nottingham Forest too, but the guy's pish. He's a plank of wood, literally. It's in the name. You know that guy, Fair Ed Neddy, Plank, hung around with Jimmy? Aye, him. Plank. That is Chris Wood. The guy is a tosser, and Ollie McBurnie can support Rangers. He can be the biggest Rangers supporter on this planet if he truly wants to be. Doesn't change the fact I don't want him. Rangers need somebody to start, right? Rangers need somebody to be able to come into this team and be the best striker that we've got. Sadly, at the minute, Fabio Silva, not an all-in-out striker. Kamar Roof, he's made it a wee bix. Dessers, I think he's a decent backup option. And Danilo, he's been injured half this season, and honestly, even when he wasn't injured, I'm not going to pretend that Danilo was fantastic. Yeah, the guy was missing as much chances as Dessers. Some people might not want to remember that. But what Rangers need to do is sign a striker that's going to produce goals and, you know, start And I think that guy has to be Lawrence Shankland. I can definitely see in the summer us getting rid of Danilo. I can. I probably would get, if you offered me getting rid of Danilo to bring in Shankland every day of the week. Every day of the week and twice on Sunday. Problem with that is Danilo obviously is a bit younger. But I mean Shankland gives you the guarantee goals. I hope everyone we sign, has a great career at Rangers, but you just can't. I mean, sometimes it's being too hopeful at the end of the day, but all McBurney troops, he's out of contract, so it would be on a free. But I mean, factor in his wages. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I mean, as for what he did for Scotland, he has scored in a few penalty shootouts for us. So I'm not going to go totally over the guy. He's done all right for Scotland. He has scored quite a few Premier League goals. I'm not going to pretend that this guy's the saving grace. Like, normally you would think, oh, a Scottish striker who has done it in the Premier League to a half decent record for a team that's pish. You would honestly think, oh, that'd be probably a decent wee signing to get on a free agent, but I don't think it is. The only thing I would argue why it would be good is because we're not splashing cash on him. It's simply just, a free agent, sign him up on a pre-contract sort of thing, but not for me. And I'm pretty sure everybody in the comment section down below are going to feel that way. And yeah, it's just one of those ones that the media's went with. They've seen Owen Mcburnie out of contract. He says that he loves Rangers, and he says he wants to play for us one day before he calls it quits. And as I touched upon earlier, with the amount of strikers we've got, it would be different, right? But then it's hard to tell because we've got that many strikers, right? You'd much rather bring Fabio Silva in next season. You've then got the likes of Sack Lovely, so yes, we're injured, but I would just rather go with youth. The backup is like the third or fourth option than Ollie Mcburnie. But here, if the guy come up here, I'd back him, and if he started producing, man, I'd be putting him over. I would, absolutely would. And that's where we're going to leave this video about Ollie Mcburnie. Now, I might make another video later because Dundee's game, which was supposed to get a pitch inspection at 11, did. It's been postponed to 1 o'clock. If you want to check out a proper video about that at 1 o'clock, you go over to Fog Football. But if that game gets cancelled, I'm making a vid on Dundee. Well, on both channels, but definitely here. Because if it's cancelled the day, it probably most likely means the split's getting pushed back. And also our game's getting pushed back on Wednesday, which is an absolute fucking disgrace. I can't hammer that home enough for Dundee. Alright, the club is a disgrace. And we'll bash them a wee bit later on. But until next time, Ollie Mcburnie, it's a no for me. Till then, peace.